Students, we are learning lesson number 5 from science paper 2, and that name of the lesson is there, towards green energy. Towards the green energy. And before this, in this lesson we have studied electromagnetic induction means what, turbine, again generation of electricity, what are the steps to generate electricity. After that, three power plants we have studied. Which three power plants we have studied? In that, thermal power plant, which is based on the coal. Second one is their uh, power plant based on nuclear energy, and third one is their power plant based on natural gas. So three power plants we have studied, but these power plants, these are not eco-friendly, or these are not environment friendly. So why these are not environment friendly, why these are not eco-friendly, these points we have to study. And another ways to generate electricity without causing any environmental pollution, these points we are going to study now. So in case of the power plant based on the thermal energy, that means that is coal. Power plant based on the natural gas, power plant based on the nuclear fuel, these power plants are having some problems associated with them. Some problems are there associated with them, and so these are harmful for the environment. These are harmful for the environment. So they are causing environmental pollution, they are causing air pollution, thermal pollution, they are causing, some are causing uh, nuclear radiations are also emitted. So these are the problems related with these. So that problems we are going to discuss. Suppose you are burning fossil fuels. Suppose you are burning fossil fuels, in that which fossil fuels you are burning? Coal is there, natural gas is there, petrol is there, diesel is there. If you are burning these fossil fuels, then these fossil fuels are emitting harmful gases. These are emitting harmful or poisonous gases, and these are dangerous for the health. Harmful gases they are emitting, as well as soot particles they are emitting, and because of that some problems are arising. So which gases are produced and what are their effects, that one will see. Suppose you are burning that particular coal, petroleum, or coal and petrol, these are a burn, or diesel is burned, then in that incomplete combustion causes carbon monoxide. Incomplete combustion produces carbon monoxide, and this carbon monoxide you have studied in 8th standard. Carbon monoxide reacts with oxygen and it forms it will reacts with hemoglobin, and it is forming carboxyhemoglobin. It is forming carboxyhemoglobin, and because of that person is suffering from suffocation and he will die. So oxygen carrying capacity of that particular hemoglobin decreases and that person will die. So carbon monoxide produced after incomplete combustion of the fossil fuels, it is also dangerous. Second thing is that carbon dioxide. When carbon dioxide is produced, that carbon dioxide is dangerous for the environment. That carbon dioxide is dangerous for the living organisms, especially in case of the animals. For plants, CO2 is useful. The next thing is there, carbon dioxide. It is harmful for the environment, and carbon dioxide causes greenhouse effect. It is causing greenhouse effect. In that greenhouse effect, what happens? So carbon dioxide is having capacity to absorb that particular heat, but that heat is not allowed to go outside. So in the atmosphere, atmospheric temperature goes on increasing continuously. As carbon dioxide level increases, temperature of the atmosphere goes on increasing continuously, and it will lead to the global warming. Carbon dioxide, it leads to the global warming, and because of that there are chances, or there are possibilities, that glaciers which are present in the north and south poles of the earth, these glaciers will melt, or that ice, polar region, in that whatever ice is there, it will melt, and level of the sea level will increase. So there will be again problem. So carbon dioxide is also dangerous. Another thing is there, when you are burning fossil fuels, petrol, diesel, kerosene, such fossil fuel, coal also you are burning, in that nitrogen and sulfur, such components are there, or such elements are there. So when these fossil fuels are burned, after combustion of these fossil fuels, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, such gases are emitted. Nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, such gases are emitted, and these gases are harmful for the environment. And these gases, when NO2, SO2, they will react with rainwater. They are forming acid rain. They are causing acid rain, and acid rain is dangerous for the living organisms. It is dangerous for the living organisms, as well as it is dangerous for the monuments. So next thing is that when you are burning these fossil fuels, coal, petrol, diesel, then these are causing, or they are producing soot particles. They are producing carbon black. They are producing soot particles. So these soot particles, they are causing respiratory problems. They are causing respiratory diseases, respiratory problems they are causing. And which are the respiratory problems? Like that of the asthma, like that of the asthma. Such respiratory problems are arising due to the soot particles or black carbon. Another thing we have studied, problems related to the limited sources. So coal, petrol, diesel, kerosene, then these are the fossil fuels, but their sources are limited. These are exhaustible. Their sources are limited, and because of that, problem is also arising. We have seen in 8th standard, in 9th standard, fossil fuels. So for the formation of fossil fuels, millions of years are required. For the formation of fossil fuels, millions of years are required. Okay, when that particular plants, animal, their dead bodies will be buried underground at the bottom of sea. Again, on that, layers of sand, soil will be there, rocky layers will be there, and because of that, high pressure and high temperature, again it get converted into fossil fuel. But it is taking millions of years. So, and their sources are limited. And one thing is there, if we will use these fossil fuels at the same rate, now we are using these fossil fuels at how much rate? Everyone is using that particular two-wheelers, four-wheelers. So if you are using these fossil fuels at the same rate, then there is possibility after 200 years, 2 to 300 years, these fossil fuels will get over. Coal will be there, natural gas will be there, LPG gas will be there, petrol will be there, or diesel will be there. So these fossil fuels are limited. So after 200 years they will get over, and after that there will be problem for the generation of electricity or for obtaining energy from these sources. So these problems are there. Next problem we have discussed in case of the nuclear power plant based on the nuclear fuel. So in case of the power plant based on the nuclear fuel, what happens? So there are some 2-3 problems are related to the nuclear fuel. First one is the nuclear fuels are emitting harmful radiations. That nuclear fuel or that particular nuclear power plant, from there harmful radiations are emitted, and these harmful radiations are dangerous for the living organism. Suppose these harmful radiations will enter into the body of the human beings, they can cause genetic disorders. And which disorders are carried generation over generation. That means from one generation to the next generation. Another thing is that in case of that particular nuclear power plant, nuclear waste is there. Nuclear waste, whatever waste material is produced during the power plant, that disposal of the nuclear waste is biggest problem. So if you are going to dispose that one, then again it is causing some problems, emission of radiations. So disposal of the nuclear waste is the biggest problem. Another thing is there, some disasters, some accidents may happen in that particular nuclear power plant. Suppose it will burst, then again it is causing different problems related to the environment. So these are the problems related to the fossil fuels, these are problems related to the nuclear fuel, and these are problems related to emission of different harmful gases and soot particles. So what you can say finally, whatever power plants which are based on the nuclear fuel, power plant based on the natural gas, power plant based on the coal, these power plants, these are not eco-friendly. Therefore you can say, suppose question will be asked, power plant based on the fossil fuel, these are not eco-friendly, then these reasons you have to explain, then your answer will be perfect. Then now next side we are going to see, and that one is there, besides or avoiding these fossil fuels, you can produce electricity by using another sources. You can produce electricity by using another sources. So which are these sources? In that water reservoirs are there, dams are there. In the dam water is stored, that water is used for the production of the electricity. You can say hydroelectric energy or hydro electric energy. In that hydroelectricity also you can say production of the electricity with the help of water, hydroelectric power plant also. And the next thing is the wind. So wind is also unlimited, and with the help of wind you can produce electricity with the help of windmills. So that one is also unlimited source of energy. Another thing is there, sunlight is there, or solar energy is there. Solar energy, it is also unlimited, and you can produce tremendous amount of energy or electricity with the help of solar energy. Solar what you can say, solar panels you can use, and you can produce electricity. Next thing is there, biofuels. So biofuel is also another option. So we have seen, if you are generating electricity by using water, by using wind, by using solar energy, or by using biofuels, then it is very much useful. So it is not causing harmful effects, or it is not causing air pollution, or it is not causing environmental degradation. So water reservoirs, wind, solar energy, biofuels, these are called as a green energy sources. These are called as a green energy sources. Now points related to this one we are going to see, in that which points are there. So first thing is the electric energy generated, electric energy generation. This is our main point. In that electric energy generation and environment, electric energy generation and environment. In that electricity generation based on natural gas, electricity generation based on natural gas, coal, nuclear fuel, natural gas, coal and nuclear fuel. These are nuclear fuels like uranium and plutonium. These are not environment friendly. So these power plants which are based on the natural gas, coal and nuclear fuels, these are not environmental friendly. These are causing many problems, air pollution. Okay. So second point is the burning of fossil fuels produces poisonous gases and soot particles, and which are causing air pollution. So burning of fossil fuel, they are causing air pollution as well as health problems. It is causing air pollution as well as health problem it is causing. Examples we are going to discuss in this. So when you are burning fossil fuels, like incomplete combustion of fossil fuels, which fossil fuels are there? Coal, petrol, diesel. So if you are burning these fossil fuels, then incomplete combustion produces carbon monoxide. So that carbon monoxide is their formula is there, CO, carbon monoxide is produced. So that carbon monoxide affects on the health. And how it affects I told. So carbon monoxide, CO, reacts with hemoglobin and forms carboxyhemoglobin, and which is decreasing oxygen carrying capacity of the blood. So carbon monoxide reacts with hemoglobin and produces carboxyhemoglobin, and which is dangerous. Next thing is the carbon dioxide, CO2, and carbon dioxide causes greenhouse effect as well as. So carbon monoxide, it is producing it is reacting with hemoglobin and is producing carboxyhemoglobin, and which is dangerous. We have studied carboxyhemoglobin, and which is dangerous for the oxygen carrying capacity. Oxygen carrying capacity of blood decreases, so that person dies with suffocation, with less oxygen. So carbon dioxide, CO2 gas is produced after complete combustion of fossil fuels. That carbon dioxide causes greenhouse effect. It is causing greenhouse effect as well as global warming, and because of that, glaciers will melt in the future. Next one is their another one is their nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide. Nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide, these are the poisonous gases, and they are reacting with rainwater, and they are causing acid rain. They are producing acid rain. They are causing acid rains. So acid rains are having harmful effects on the plants as well as animals. Again, burning of fossil fuels, it will lead to the formation of soot particles, carbon black particles. So that particles, they are causing respiratory problems. They are causing respiratory diseases, respiratory problems, and these are also like asthma. So, and the next point is there. Third one is there, limited sources of LPG and CNG. So LPG gas will be there, CNG gas will be there, coal will be there, petrol will be there, crude oil will be there. Their sources are limited. Limited sources of LPG, CNG, coal, petrol, and diesel. So their sources are limited. As I explained. So these sources of LPG, coal, petroleum, these are limited, and they need millions of years to get produced. So millions of years are required for the formation of coal, crude oil, then CNG, LPG gases. Next point is that if we are using these fossil fuels at the same rate, whatever we are using at current rate, so then they will get over in the next 200 to 300 years. So if we will use these fossil fuels at the current rate, then they will get over 200 to 300 years. The next one is their problems associated with nuclear power plant. In that already we have discussed, disposal of the nuclear waste is the biggest problem. Second one is the disaster or accident in that particular power plant, power reactor. Then that also causing death of the living organisms. Then harmful radiations, they are causing genetic disorders, genetic diseases. Again, these are the problems related to the nuclear power plant. So overall, by considering all the taking overlook of all these power plants, then you can say, therefore, energy generation based on fossil fuels and nuclear fuels is not eco-friendly or environmental friendly. So you have to use another alternate sources, and we are having that alternate sources. So green energy sources. In that, another ways are there to produce the electricity. Not only these fossil fuels, but another ways are also there to produce the electricity. And these are electric energy. These are water reservoir, wind is there, sunlight is there, you can say solar energy, and biofuels. So these are the sources which are used for generation of electricity as an alternative for that fossil fuels. Second one is the electricity generation by using wind, water, sunlight, biofuels do not lead to the environmental degradation. So whatever energy you are producing, whatever electricity you are producing, that electricity or that particular production of electricity, it is not causing environmental problems, pollution or environmental degradation, it is not causing. So these energy sources, which energy sources? Water is there, water reservoir, then wind is there, then solar energy is there, sunlight, and another biofuels. These are environment friendly, these are eco-friendly, or these are environment friendly. So after this we are going to study some power plants related to the green energy sources. Green energy sources, in that hydroelectricity will be there, power generation with help of windmills and solar panels. These power plants we have to study now after this. So before that we are going to discuss about conventional and non-conventional sources of energy. Conventional and non-conventional sources of energy. So what are the conventional, what are the non-conventional? So conventional, which we are using, which sources, which energy sources we are using from generation over generation, and these we are using fossil fuels. Fossil fuels we are using. So fossil fuels, these are conventional, these are limited, these are conventional, these are limited. Again their cost is also more, okay. So these are the conventional energy sources, and non-conventional energy sources or which are unlimited, and these are wind is there, solar energy is there, water is there. So conventional and non-conventional, their difference we have to study. So this side you would write conventional energy sources, conventional energy sources, and here we'll write non-conventional energy sources. You can say conventional energy, non-conventional energy. So which are the problems, or what is the difference between these conventional and non-conventional energy sources? So in that conventional, firstly we'll see difference and then we'll write point. So conventional energy sources, these are largely polluting. So they are causing more pollution, and they are releasing harmful gases, toxic gases and soot particles. They are releasing toxic gases and soot particles. And in case of the non-conventional, these are non-polluting and no carbon particles and no toxic gases. Next thing is their conventional energy sources. These are non-eco-friendly, and non-conventional energy sources, these are eco-friendly, environmental eco-friendly. Third point of difference is their conventional energy sources, these are costly or costlier, and non-conventional energy sources, these are less costlier, or you can say these are cheaper. Fourth point of difference is there. So conventional energy sources or conventional energy power plants, they need less area and management cost is also less. So they need limited area, less area, and their management cost is less. And in case of the non-conventional energy sources, they need more area, vast area, and their management cost is also more. Again, most important thing is the next, conventional energy sources, these are non-renewable. They will not produce again and again, but if they will produce, they will take millions of years. Once it is burned, then again it will not, you will not get back it. So it is non-renewable. And non-conventional energy sources, these are renewable. Next point of difference is there, these energy sources, conventional energy sources, these are limited. After a few years they will get over. And in case of the non-conventional energy sources, these are unlimited, they are abundant in nature. So these are sustainable, and you can use that one forever, they are unlimited. And examples of conventional and non-conventional: petrol, diesel, kerosene, coal, these are the conventional. And non-conventional, solar energy is there, water is there, again wind is there. These are the conventional energy, non-conventional energy sources. So first point of difference we'll write. So these are largely polluting and release carbon particles, soot particles and hot gases. conventional energy sources are largely polluting and emit harmful gases and soot particles. So here first point, non-conventional energy sources are non-polluting, do not emit harmful gases and soot particles. So next, second point is there. Second point in that these are non-eco-friendly. These are non-eco-friendly. And here these are eco-friendly. Third point of difference. These are costlier and these are cheaper. So conventional energy sources, these are costlier, and here you can write these are cheaper. Then fourth point of difference. So they required more area and management cost is in case of here more area, here in case of the conventional less area. These power plants or energy sources require less area and management cost is also low, and here it requires more area and more management cost. So you can see windmill, how much large area it needs. Windmills, they need more area. Suppose you hydroelectric project, it also needs largest area. So area and management cost is also more. Then fifth point of difference. In the fifth point of difference, these are non-renewable. So these are non-renewable. That means once used, then you cannot produce again. These are non-renewable, and here you can write these are renewable. Produce again and again. Sixth point of difference. What is the sixth point of difference? These are limited in nature, and they will get over in a few years. These are limited in nature and get over in few years. Will get over in few years. And here these are unlimited in nature. and will be used forever. You can use it forever. 7 point is there. In case of the 7 point, there are examples you can tell here. Examples: coal, petrol, then crude oil, coal, petrol, crude oil, CNG, LPG, and here examples: solar energy, sunlight, you can say, windmills, wind is there, water reservoir. So this is point of difference. So conventional, which we are using from years after year, that means from last generation, few generations, conventional. Okay, and non-conventional, which are unlimited. Conventional, these are limited, and the non-conventional, these are unlimited. So these points of difference we have to write. And in next video we are going to learn hydroelectric power plant and windmill.